Hi, boys and girls. Mrs. Noward here. I am here to teach you a spelling lesson today. This week, your words are the hard and soft C. So, boys and girls, we know C makes two sounds. One sound is k, but another sound that C makes is a soft sound. It sounds like an S, and it says S. A trick to remember if your C says k or s is that if it is CE, CI, or CY, it's the soft C. For example, let's think of some words that might fall under this. Let's start with CE. I'm thinking that a penny is worth 1 cent. Very good. Cent. That is a homophone because S-E-N-T is another word that says sent, but that's like I sent you a letter in the mail. Another CE word is the middle of a circle is called the center. What's going to say at the end of our word? You're right, it is ER. And another one for CE is celery. Boys and girls, raise your hand if you like celery, especially with some peanut butter. Mmm, tasty. Celery. Let's move on to the CI column. What words begin with CI? Our school is in Centerville. Oh, let's add that one over here real fast. And Centerville is the name of the city. S-I-T. And then what's going to say E at the end? The Y, city. Another CI word it's a shape. It's a 2D shape. It has no sides, no angles. It's called the circle. Very good. And another CI word is, oh, I'm thinking she is a character from a fairy tale. She has an evil stepmother and she has a glass shoe that she loses at the ball. What is her name? Cinderella. You have it. And now Cinderella is her name, which means it is a proper noun, darling. So we're going to begin with an uppercase C. Cinderella. Very good. And some words that begin with the CY, because CY also says the sound. CY, like in cycle. In kindergarten, you learn about the water cycle. And CY is also another name for the shape of a tornado or the shape of a hurricane, a cyclone. Very good. Now, these are just examples of words that have CE, CI, and CY at the beginning, but we know that there are words that have the CE, CI, or CY also somewhere else in the word. For example, if I look at your words this week with spelling, some of the trickier ones that some of you have is like concert. Now, let's look at that word, concert. CO says k, cert is that E, so it's a soft C. So boys and girls, when you're sorting this week, you're going to sort. If there's two C's, you're going to choose the first C to sort by. So that would be a hard C word. Another one that might have both is ooh, that's a really, really long word. Let's do some syllable division to break this up, shall we? So I'm going to find my first two vowels, label them, find the consonants in between. V, C, C, V. I know I split down the middle. Find my next vowel. This is going to be a blend, so I'm going to label my consonants in the middle, split down the middle. Oh, and you know what, Mrs. Noward? We could have gotten that the right way, but here's my blend, my TR. And I'm going to go back and label my vowels. This O is closed. This one is closed, but we know that it's the soft C. This one is the magic E, because there's that silent E at the end. This word says concentrate. Concentrate. That means that you think really hard and you concentrate on your work. But again, you have the CO and the CE. Let's sort by our first C. So that would be the hard C, even though there is a soft C in there as well. Another one. Ooh. Let's do one more. This only has one C in it. Oh, but that's a big long word. Let's syllable divide this as well. Find your first two vowels, label them. Oh, that's a sideways V. Oh, I see three consonants in the middle, so I'm going to make that BR a blend. VCCV, split down the middle. This one's closed. This one is magic E, which makes that say embrace. Boys and girls, I miss embracing you and giving you a little squeeze and hug every day when I see you. Hopefully we'll be back to school soon and I'll be able to give you another one. All right, so now's the time. If you want to play along, we're going to do some making words activity. If you want to pause this video and you want to get either a whiteboard or a piece of paper or anything you want just to write on, you can, or you can just follow along and read the words with me. So I want to start with the word ice. Ice. Some of our words, boys and girls, have that CE at the end, right? So it's still going to say this. So here's the word ice. I want us to add a sound at the beginning to make it say mice. Mice. Good job. Now we're going to replace the with the Let's see what word we get. Rice. Nice. Now we can add a blend at the beginning. Add a purr. So we just have to add one letter to make this say price. All right, we're going to take off the purr and put a ooh to find out what that is. Lice. Ooh, I hope none of you ever catch lice. I had this next thing for dinner on Friday. I had a piece of pizza, also called a slice. Very good. All right, let's erase the whole word. And this time let's write the word ace. Ace. And again, I hear that long and strong A. And it's going to be that C with that E at the end. So it's still a CE word, isn't it? Ace. All right, now let's add a letter to make it say race. My boys like to run in a race. Some of you have this next word as a spelling word. It's race car. I've never driven in a race car, but I think it could be pretty fun. Race car. Very good. All right, let's take off car. And now I want your word to turn into grace. We all have a piece of God's grace, his life and love in us. Grace. What letter do you add at the beginning? A G. Very good. Grace. And now let's go ahead and erase the G and the R. You have to tie your shoe lace, right? And now in social studies, you learned about maps. And on the map, you had to find a certain spot, a certain place. What letter are we going to add to make it say place? A P. Very good. And if we take that L out, what word does that say? Pace. Yes, you run at a fast pace. And we can add a letter to the front of that. I don't think I'd like to travel here, but maybe some of you would. Would you ever like to go to outer space? Yes, we'd have to add that S at the beginning. All right, let's erase that word. Let's do one more set. Let's review from last week a little bit and get some words in there. So one word is took. Let's spell took together. You ready? Took. Took. T-O-O-K. Okay, very good. All right, and then after took, remove the t and put a r. Your word is rook. Very good. You can add a letter to the front of that and make it say crook. A robber or a bad guy is a crook. Yes. Maybe some of you, with all this rain, have found, erase your C, a brook and went hiking in a brook. Yes. And if you erase the R, you get the word book. I hope you find a good book to read, to enjoy while you're at home. Boys and girls, that's the end of our spelling lesson today. I want you to know that I miss you and I love you, and I hope I get to see you again soon. Have a great week. Bye.